So trail running, fits into a healthy lifestyle. Particularly, it's going to start with good nutrition.
Just eat as much as you possibly can almost all the time. Well, you want to pick foods that have a high calorie to weight ratio.
What has the most calories per weight? What kind of food?
Fat, meat. If there's an animal on the ground, we eat as much as we possibly can. Yeah. Oh, and if you're fortunate enough to kill an animal, you eat as much of it as you possibly can right then. You need to try and carbo load like crazy and eat as much food as you can, especially in the 24, 48 hours before.
Anything.
Anything. Oh yeah. Cakes, cookies, meat,
because
chocolate milk. I usually eat a lot that morning.
Bradley and I have just climbed Mount Rogers. It's about 8:30 in the morning. We are here about 5,000 feet. That keeps you regular. Whew. Did you flush the toilet? Ain't no flusher.
But if I'm doing a long run, I'll frequently eat a big meal, like go to Panera and get an icy mocha and a bagel and a cinnamon roll. Because anything could happen. You could run off course and be stuck out there for 18 hours or 20 hours. You could fall and hurt yourself and have to be able to battle off early stages of hypothermia. I mean, many things could happen. You have to be ready.
When you're up at 5,000 feet in the beginning of January, it can get cold. And your hands can start to get numb, along with your lips and cheeks, and eyeballs. So we have some things we do, as we've learned some techniques, trail running to warm up the hands. Bradley's having some trouble with his hands. Bradley, what are you thinking to do about that?
It's called the helicopter. It really works good if you get your shoulder into it. That way the joint is mobilized and the blood flows down your arm like this.
But it's important as people, that we learn to deal with circumstances like this that could come up. Oh yeah. Anybody could end up with hypothermia.
Now, when your hands get really cold, you have to get them in contact with a warm area, okay? And Bradley over here is going to demonstrate for us.
Ooh, that's warmer.
Oh yeah, you could end up with hypothermia taking a hike in the rain in the city park if you work at it.
Yeah, if you got wet, in some windy conditions. So this kind of preparation really could apply anytime. Oh, absolutely.
Trail running gives you some unique opportunities to learn how to deal with special circumstances. Like say if your eye freezes over and you have to remove the snow.
I can see again.
So this is a Boy Scout kind of thing. We're talking preparing, for something that you can foresee. Somebody might say that this is extreme. Covering 100 miles, 300 miles in a handful of days. What's your take on this? Is this appropriate for people to be trying, these so-called extreme events?
Well, it doesn't seem particularly extreme to me, for one thing. It seems perfectly natural. It may seem extreme to the average person, but it's just because they haven't done it enough.
I mean, are people made to be able to do this?
Absolutely.
Running trails is great because it helps work and develop the core postural muscles that are needed for balance all the time. And when you get out here and are trying to muck around, like Bradley's doing here, and make it through a nasty section of trail, you really got to work those muscles. Work the balance and hop between rocks, get through the nasty stuff, over the branches. That's just gnarly. That's good stuff.
Oh, it's great for your core postural muscles.
We are designed to do it.
Why would you think that?
One of the reasons, if you look at early studies of mankind, I mean, we evolved. There's no question that in Africa, in early human times, we were hunting animals on foot. And in other parts of the world, we were hunting animals on foot, be they mammoths in Alaska or kudu or antelope on the African savanna. And studies have shown that one of the ways that we did it was actually running the animals down and just sticking with that particular animal until the animal grew more fatigued. I mean, humans are better distance runners than most animals.
Wild beasts.
So you take an antelope, it looks like it's designed to run, right? 4 legs, light, bounce around. You're saying a person might be better at running long distances than that antelope.
Oh, absolutely.
Anyone that's watching an antelope run, I mean, they're made for speed.
So they can go quick for a little while, but you start running in the sun, in the African savanna, and eventually, if you don't have skin and sweat glands, you're going to overheat, basically. And a person having so much skin and able to sweat just is able to keep going after that poor antelope is kneeling in the sand, basically waiting for the spear.
Absolutely.
That's exactly the concept that I'm talking about. And spear, dagger, bow and arrow, I mean, you have to be close, but that's the principle.
Who takes on a 50-mile run might be doing something, more closely resembling what their ancestors did than someone who, has a typical office job and is sitting for 8 hours in a day.
Oh, yeah.
And then going home, cracking open a bud, watching a football game.
Oh, yeah.
Trail riding is working with nature. This raging river, this is like your body, as inherited from millions of years of your ancestors. Trail running is embracing this nature that you've inherited. You have to go. You have to flow like the raging river, cross the mountains, finishing here like Mongold and I did today in Damascus, Virginia.
It's completely wrong. I mean, that whole means of existence is completely against all the things that we're supposed to be doing.
How important is it to be outside?
Oh, the air quality is obviously a lot better outside, especially up in the mountains, than it is in a city.
I mean, it gets to be winter time and people spend more time indoors. Seems like, colds are going around, flu's going around, stomach viruses. I mean, if you were spending all your time outside, would you be as likely to contract those problems?
You'd be less likely to get sick. It's good for the psyche. It's good for your body. It's good for your heart.
Yeah. And if you were sick, with a cold, say, nothing drastic here, a little congestion, then actually, some people would tend to lie down. Trail runners might do something different. They might go out. What do you think of that? Is going for a run and climbing a mountain a good thing, if you're suffering from some congestion?
But I think that if you're already sick, there isn't any harm in going out and getting after it. I mean, if you're already sick, you have nothing to lose, and I think it's going to help you to get out in the fresh air, get your sinuses clear, get your lungs working.
Mongold and I have just climbed 2,500 feet of the Buzzard Rock on the Appalachian Trail. So we woke up this morning, I had some bad sinus congestion. We thought about it, Bradley's a doctor. We decided the best thing, mountain air, nice and thick with humidity, loosens the phlegm, get that aerobic work of a 2,500 foot climb, helps really loosen everything up, flush it out, clear, clear. This morning when I woke up, totally thick, couldn't see through it, totally opaque. This is the best thing.
Well, it doesn't seem particularly extreme to me, for one thing. It seems perfectly natural.